everybody, welcome back. I'm Gregory Martire, local realtor, local information expert, local friend of the city. And speaking of friends, I got Victor Lustosa from Lustosa Painting. I hope you remember him. I hope you checked out his channel. I hope you checked out his videos, his website, and I hope you texted him at least 5 times by now. But Victor is a local resident in Philadelphia, but also a local expert in painting, local painting contractor, but he goes all over, inside the city, out of the city, go to New York, go to New Jersey, got you covered out of the city just like we do. Today I just kind of wanted to ask, because he recently moved to the area, and we were part of that. We were part of helping him with that and helping him get acquainted to the city. And I thought maybe if you, instead of having you have to listen to me, not like you don't believe every word I say, but I thought maybe somebody local could tell us. Now you live in Fishtown, right, Victor?
Yeah, it's in a really good area of Philadelphia. And I mean, the prices here are pretty much cheaper than everywhere. I mean, I used to live in California, you know, like the prices in California are very expensive. And that's why one of the reasons I moved to Philly. Because my wife is an opera singer, and we were thinking to live in New York because opera is better for her, but we were like, no, it's so expensive to live here, so let's find a place where we can definitely live. And then we found Philadelphia, and we met Gregory. I mean, nice guy. I love this guy.
Thank you. Here's $20. No, just kidding. Checks in the mail.
Yes, and Philadelphia, I mean, Pennsylvania, it's a great state too. So great for business. One more of the reasons I moved to Philadelphia, and because license here, all those stops are pretty much easier than compared to California and New York.
So we actually did a video on comparing moving to California and moving to Pennsylvania. So check that out. We'll put that in the link below. And as Victor mentioned, he was going to maybe move to New York. We've also done a video on that, New York versus PA. Of course, Philadelphia is going to win every time. I mean, of course, he made the right choice, right?
Yes, definitely.
So you moved all the way from California, right?
All the way from California.
Wow, that's great. And where were you, in San Francisco?
San Francisco Bay Area. Like, it's a great city, like nice people, but the price is, I mean, it's not for me anymore. Like, I can't live there.
Right.
Yeah, so Philadelphia, like if you want to buy a house, buy with Gregory right now, because it's coming up, you know, like the whole city is changing. Mm-hmm. It's getting even much better, the city.
That's true. And Victor lives in Fishtown, and we did a Fishtown video. You got to check out our Living In series. We'll put the links there below the video. But so Victor is a local business owner as well, and he does painting contracting, like I mentioned before. Hopefully you'll have seen that video. But tell us, how do we get in touch with you for your if we want a great painter?
Yeah, so you can call me at 415-516-5052, or you can reach me out at my website, like www.lustosapainting.com.
So one of their taglines is quality is their priority.
Yeah.
And it is quality. You've got to check out his website. He's got some how-to videos on there. Yeah. But I know you told us you like Philadelphia, you like living in Fishtown, and the prices are great. I mean, they are actually literally the best prices. I mean, it's a proven fact. Plus, you heard it here, so it must be true. But for East Coast cities, comparable, New York, Washington, Baltimore, most bang for your buck. So what is it, maybe something you don't like about the city, or maybe you don't like about living in Philadelphia? And you can pick anything. Don't hold back here. We want to tell the people the truth.
Okay, so one of the things that I don't like of the city is the subway. Like, the subway should be underground, like, because I live right next to the subway, that thing passes all the time. Bro, 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 bro. That's one of the things that I don't like Philly.
Okay.
I hate that. They should put underground.
Yeah, the subway should be subterranean.
Yeah, some parts they are subway, but
right
next to where I live, it's not. So it's an old system, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna change that.
Yes, and that's true. Most of the subway system is not underground; it's above ground. Check out our SEPTA video that we did on that. Talks all about the public transportation systems. But that is a pretty good complaint. Now, they say you get used to it, but I bet you probably don't quite get used to it. I think what you end up doing is tolerating it more than getting used to it.
Definitely, you can get it. Like 2 months, you get used to it. I mean, 90%, but it's not like 100%.
So, Victor, if someone's thinking of moving, whether across the country or across the state or across the city, what's the best, number one piece of advice, or the most important thing you would tell them if someone's even considering moving to the Philadelphia area?
Buy a house. Buy a house right now, because a lot of, as I said, we talked, there are a lot of people moving to the city. Like the city is coming up, everything is changing. So buy a house right now, because it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, maybe in 10 years or maybe in 5 years. So it's a good investment if you buy a house right now.
But seriously, though, the inventory is very low in the city. There's a lot of people from New York moving into our city because it's much more affordable, as he says, and it's true. There's a ton of investors that are here because you can get something, you can actually make cash flow, you can get a good cap rate here. So it's great advice. And if you need a really good realtor, I know where you can get one. But I appreciate you saying that. And that is good advice. If you're thinking of moving, don't hesitate to buy. But if you're going to come to the area, definitely check us out. Even if you want to rent something short term for 6 months or a year, even just to kind of get to see what parts of the city are best, check out our videos for those too. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out today. If you'd like to, maybe you want to promote your business again here.
Yeah.
Tell us how to reach you.
Yeah, call me at 415-516-5052, or go to my website, www.lustosapainting.com.
And Victor does a phenomenal job. He's got references there available. He's got some how-to videos on his website.
Yeah.
And he's a super nice guy. He takes a lot of pride in what he does. And he really does a phenomenal job. It really looks beautiful of the work that he does. He's got affordable pricing. He does it on time. He's got some help if he needs it, and he always cleans up after himself too.
Yes, I started working in Manhattan. I don't know if you guys know, but Manhattan, it's a very top, high quality job. So I started working there. I started low base, painting. Then I developed all my experiences in Manhattan. I worked in Manhattan for a year and a half. So everything that I learned in Manhattan, I'm gonna put in your house.
That's
Yes.
great. It brings the best of the world right here
Yes.
to us.
We send the compound with the light, so then we can check the imperfections on the wall. So most of the contractors, they don't use that because it takes more time, but I use that because that's the way I learned to work professionally. It's all the imperfections I can see with the light, so no worries, you're gonna get a really good paint job in your house.
That's great. He does residential, commercial, he does inside, outside. Check it out. But if you had a question for Victor, maybe you had another question for us about what it's actually like to live, or if you like the channel, or if you like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, click that bell notification. I'm Gregory Martire here with Victor Lustosa from Lustosa Painting. Appreciate you coming out, checking us out on the next video. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, everybody.